No, we didn't
It was
start
gonna
out.
be- Here's the thing, we didn't start out knowing anything.
Right.
You know, everyone asks, what was your grand
yeah.
plan?
Right,
And
yeah.
what was this gonna happen? This is the truth, most of the time, I didn't know what even the story in that issue was gonna be until Keith's plot came through FedEx. This is before, you know,
You're right.
the computer age. And I'd read the plot, and I'd write it, and that was that. And who knew what was coming next month, you know?
Yeah.
The best example I know of is that we spent the first year of Justice League hinting at who Maxwell Lord really is. We're going to reveal it in issue number 12. And issue number 12 came about, and I remember sitting down with Andy and going, who the hell is Maxwell Lord? We had no idea. No idea. I had to go back through all the issues and get all the little hints we did, and we piecemealed that story together. So it was real seat in the pants plotting. It was just, it was off the cuff work.
And that was the fun of it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I often really didn't know what the story was going to be. And the way I wrote it, since it was mostly dialogue driven, what I was doing, I just let the characters start talking. And so I could script an issue in a day or two, you know, and just let it go. So I was always surprised by what was coming out of their mouths. And then I'd spin, and the great thing about Keith, well, there are many great things about Keith. You know, he doesn't want to, it's true. No, it's really true. He doesn't have a creative ego involved in the game. So if he did a plot a certain way and I decided in the dialogue to tilt it some other way or bring in different bits that weren't in the plot, because you can do a lot with dialogue to start the entire new storyline spinning. He didn't go, what have you done to my plot? He went, oh, okay, and he would build on that in the next issue and we'd go back and forth and back and forth, and we just had fun for 5 years.
You guys were doing comic book improv.
We really were,
Yeah,
and we worked, the weird thing is we worked in isolation. People kept thinking we're like a comedy writing team,
Yeah.
sitting in the same room, and he was off somewhere in New Jersey, and
that's
I was
exactly what it
upstate
was.
New
One
York.
guy would throw this other out, and the other one would yes and it,
And we would
build.
bump into each other in the office and go out to lunch with Andy once every couple of weeks, and that was it, you know?
It was just a weird game of catch where neither one of us was sure what the other guy would throw
Yeah,
back.
and to this day, it's really that way. I mean, we talk on the phone more about stories, but even if we talk about a story, and he says, here, what, and we bounce ideas, then he's gonna go and do the plot and do whatever the hell he wants and completely ignore me. And then when it's my turn to do the script, I ignore him. You know, I think I did it in the credits once. It was something like, you know, Keith Giffen plots the stories, DeMatteis ignores it, Kevin McGuire draws whatever he wants, and that's how great comics are done. You know?
And the double outs you did that sort of union series.
Yes.
So the Justice League, and I thought that
Formally known
was it formerly known as
as. It wasn't until formally known as that we realized that we had something special going.
That's how stupid we were.
Yeah, it was formally known as, we fell back into it so smoothly, and I thought, something weird's going on
And
here.
it did genuinely feel like that. A lot of times when they try to recapture our magic, it really felt like you guys picked
And
up
that's
on
what I was worried about. You know,
Yeah.
I remember all those, they always do those TV reunion movies, you know, Return to Mayberry or Mary
Yeah.
meets Rhoda again and they're 100 years old. You know?
Something's always not quite right.
And so I was really afraid it was going to just fall flat. And I remember being about 4 or 5 pages in and I went, oh my God, it's clicking, you know, and we really didn't know when we were doing the original book. Like he said before, it was another gig. It was a fun gig, but it was a gig, and we were all doing other things, and on we went. And 10 years later, we kind of went, this is great. We need to keep doing this. And in one incarnation or another, we've kept working together ever since.
Absolutely, because